Hello everyone, welcome to day 177 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. Starting with black. E4, so Caro-Kann. Knight F3, so I play D5. I can go for the pin. E6 is good to free up the bishop. If they take, I pin. Although they take, I probably want to capture so I don't lose 2 pawns. If they push, I probably just play E6. Or probably pin first if they push. And then play E6. They take, so I'll recapture. Now here I have the option of playing E5 almost after I pin. So I'll go for the pin now. Need to be careful of not losing this pawn. I don't have to go for this trade. I could go back. Although the queen has to take, and then I'd be able to jump my knight into attack. But then I get pinned. I don't mind going back, then I get kicked. But then I have pressure on this, which I actually like. I probably have some sort of idea to attack this with my queen 9 up. They just develop and target this. I can play e6. Just go for the pin. If I get kicked away, I just slide back. They stop me from pinning, but I can play here and then I'm threatening to win a pawn. If they pin me, I'm happy to trade here. The knight doesn't really have any good squares to go. The bishop goes back, but I think that's wrong. I can't take the pawn now. If I take, the bishop takes. But this could allow me to add pressure to my opponent. I think I can just develop my knight here. I can play bishop to d6 as well. I don't have to bring it here. And then I can castle. This would be a great square for my knight. They actually just go for the pin. I can just unpin myself. I can force them to take. I can force them to take and then have pressure on this. Yeah, I can force them to take the knight, which would undefend the pawn, and then I'm able to take here with my knight, so d4. I think I win the pawn in this line. They just go back, but I don't think that's good. I really don't want to throw all my pawns forward, but... So if I go here... I'm not attacking anything. I'd like to force the bishop away. So maybe I do go for this. Just a weird structure. This is a big weakness for me. Yes, so now they are threatening to come in, so I think I have to jump the knight in. Have some pressure here. If the queen ever moves, I can take. Or maybe I should have actually came in to pin the knight to the king. And then gone for knight in, but they just take. So it's important that I take the right piece here. And I'll take this way. That is a very bad move, which allows me to take the bishop, which attacks the queen. Taking the knight here is bad, very bad. If I take the bishop, the queen has to take, and then I can take here, which threatens the queen. I could also take with the queen, but I don't think that's so good. I take the bishop here first. The queen will undefend this. And I had the option of actually taking with the queen. I don't have to take with the knight. But taking with the queen does attack this. But so does taking with the knight. And then maybe they'd be able to pin me though. If I take with the knight. They can just slide over, I think. And I really don't like that. I'll take with the queen. Which is looking slightly dangerous for me. But my knight will also be hanging. But taking with the queen attacks the knight. They don't have any checks. They can't pin me. They play rook over, I can take here. I can take here because I'm threatening to win 2 pieces. If they attack my queen, they actually have to move their rook completely first away, and then I take her. So I'll take here, threatening to win a lot of material. Then I can recapture after. They have to move their rook fully away to the d-file. Then I can capture her. I mean, this is a terrible pawn, and my structure's very, very bad. I have 3 pawn islands. This is a terrible, terrible pawn structure for me. I think they have to play rook d1. They can't allow me to take. They could block. That seems like a good move. I have no checks. A queen sacrifice does not work. I mean, I could give up the queen for a rook and a piece, although no, it's just a rook in this case. Queen here attacks the knight, which is good. But then the knight gets to escape. Queen here, we just trade. My structure's terrible. Queen here doesn't seem that good. Queen b5 seems like the best move. Attacks the knight. I really have to bring this bishop into the game. I can bring my rook to the open file while I have the chance as well. If we queen trade, then knight can escape, so I'd be down a pawn, but and I'd have many weaknesses. It's a weird position. They have to just queen trade here. I'm attacking the knight. The knight doesn't really have many good squares. And it has to defend the bishop. Could go here, but then I take. They do just trade and take the queen. I'm actually attacking a pawn here. They win a rook. Wow. This was a fork. I did not even see that, to be honest. So, I mean, here I have to take the knight. I can't trap that bishop. I don't have any checks. I just have to take the knight. I'm down a piece. Actually, I'm down an exchange. But I have 2 extra pawns. So I'm down the rook, but up 2 pawns. And my pawn structure is very bad, so they can just castle. I think I can castle and then threaten moving my bishop. I could castle and threaten just taking. But that's not so good. Castling long, I mean, it's not a great move, but I don't have much this game. If I take, they just take. I don't like that they can bring their rook into the game. If I don't take, I think it's worse for me though, because my king is more open. I could actually push, but then they just have a protected passed pawn, so that's a terrible idea. And I have to take here, I think. So I have moves to attack the bishop, but I guess this move's the best. The bishop has many squares, probably bishop g7 is just the best move. And then I think this is falling, so that was actually a bad move from me. That's not the best move from them. I think I can just come in and attack them. I need to be very careful on the back rank. If they push, their opponent's protected. If they attack me, I can take. Doesn't work. If they give a check, I just step up. But step up to the light squares so I don't get checked. They can get behind, but I have this move, which seems very, very good. Really good. My bishop's defending the pawn. And I'm actually threatening the push. If they push, it's just a complete blunder. If they take, I take with check. They have to step the king away. Then I pick up this. I think my king is completely weak this game, but also they just blundered their rook. They just completely hung their rook in one move. Wow. That's such a bad move. Rook f8. Hangs the rook in one move. And then I'm winning. Wow. Okay. That just hangs the rook. That. Oh my. So they choose to give a check, but I'll just step up and I'm safe. I mean, I'm actually threatening to push her. That's such a miss from me. How did I not see this? I just assumed their rook was safe on that square. Forgot about my bishop. That's just funny from me. They even have a check here now. I mean, push, they have to leave. I can force a rook off the board. I think I'm doing well here, but they have to take. They have no choice. If they don't take, I think I'm winning here. They can't attack my rook. Their bishop is actually very weak at the moment, doesn't have many good squares. I'm just threatening e2. And then if they choose to block with the rook, I promote anyway, so they have to be very careful here. They have to take. I'm still very upset that I missed this. If I just took, I'd be the one who's winning, because I'm picking up an extra pawn. I have a passed pawn, and this should be an easy win for me. If I just seen bishop takes f8. I mean, can I trade here? They're not threatening to take. If I go here, they can take, but then I take with check, so I'm actually pushing here, I think. Well, they have check, but I just step out of the way. They can step over, but I can simply just remove the bishop off the board and then push here. I think I'm actually winning here somehow. When they recapture, I play rook d1, and I think I'm winning, completely winning. They're forced to trade down, and I'll have a queen. I mean, they don't have any checks. They have a check now, but I don't think it does that much. I just step over, and they'd have no more checks. And then I'd just make a queen, and I'd be doing very fine. They take, I push. Their only move is to give me a queen. They can go there, but now when I step here, they will have no more moves. Yeah, I'll just step over. They have no more moves. Ooh. They actually had a way. They found a way to come back. I can't take this rook because that just lets them take the pawn, I think. If I take this way, I run my king, but I'm actually too slow. Wow, that's very, very unsaid for me. I'm too slow to defend the pawn. The king can't come in, but the rook can. I mean, I step here and the rook's defending the pawn. That's very, very annoying for me. Wow, that's so annoying. I mean, check just allows me to come in, so... Rook here. I don't think I'm quick enough to push this. Take two moves. They can take there, but then I'm pushing. Yeah, I'm completely lost there, so I think I push now. But that lets them get behind, so I don't like that. I'll push here. I have to threaten the mid. I mean, I have to threaten the promotion. They can get behind, I just push. They can always sacrifice the rook. Yeah, they can just take now. They can sack the rook and be winning. I am not gonna stop 3 pawns with just my king. That's very sad. They completely blundered the game away with rook to f8. And I missed it. I'll just resign here. Let's look at this game. They played at an 81, I played at a 78. And they did have 2 blunders that completely threw the game away, but otherwise they were actually winning the entire game. Let's look at this game. So I played the Caro-Kann. This was okay. This wasn't the best. I had to actually take the knight first here. So here, all the moves were the best moves. Taking with the queen was best. I actually had to recapture the knight first. This was wrong from me. This was a terrible move from me. If I capture the knight, this is still hanging and then everything's safe. There's no pin on my queen. Wow. Instead I take here first. which allows them this fork. Wow, I completely missed that. That's a good move from them though, to find this bishop fork. Yeah, taking the knight was the best move by far. I completely blundered with this move. It's a huge blunder. 4.4 for white, here it's 0.7. It's a good move from them. They can just trade and take the rook, and they're up a full piece. It wasn't best to take, it was best to bring the bishop, but it makes no real difference. And this throws the entire game away. They're completely winning. If I just pick up the rook, it's me who's completely winning. It's a massive blunder from them. And somehow I missed this move. And this blunders... This actually blunders e2. And taking the bishop first was a huge miss. I don't know why I said it was a good move. Taking the bishop clears the... Taking the bishop is what allows their rook to come back and save themselves from losing the game. I actually had to just play rook up here and I'm completely winning. What have they played? They probably have taken on c5. I just take with check here. The king leaves. Then I can take the bishop. And this position is just a win. I'm about to make a second. I'm about to promote. Whatever they play. And this will just be a win for me. Wherever they go, I have this. That'll be a win. And I actually blunder 2 times this game. Not blunder, I have 2 misses this game, which are terrible. Missing a hanging rook in one move. And then missing that I can force them into a promotion. It's actually best to step back a bit, because I win a pawn there, but after I take their bishop, it's such a mistake from me. They find check, which is the only good move. Maybe I had to step away after this move. But then they can come back either way. Maybe I had to step here. Then rook takes. And then rook takes the pawn. And they're completely fine. Wow. So they found the only way to get back into the game. And here it's just a loss from here on. So 2 misses this game. 2 terrible misses. Which actually cost me the win, but... I'm recording this after a very long day and I was rushing this game, so I'm not surprised at the loss. Even though I really should have won this game, but that's it for today guys. Thank you for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.